Getting the home inspection report back is often the ultimate reality check for a real estate transaction. Up until that point, the entire process has been fueled by excitement and emotion. You fell in love with the kitchen, you imagined your family hanging out in the backyard, and your offer was accepted. But when that inspector crawls out from under the house and hands over a massive 60-page document filled with technical data, the mood can shift instantly. While a vast majority of items on an inspection report are simple, routine maintenance fixes, there are a handful of major structural safety and environmental red flags that strike absolute terror into the hearts of buyers. When these specific defects appear, negotiations often grind to a halt and buyers decide to invoke their inspection contingency to walk away entirely. Now, in this video, we're going to go over the top 3 deal breakers that cause buyers to walk away after an inspection. Now, if you find this information helpful, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Now, severe foundation cracking or shifting is incredibly costly to repair and scares away most buyers. Now, we're going to talk about that. First, and most common, is the structural foundation failure. Every single component of a house relies entirely on stability of the concrete or pier and beam system beneath it. When a home inspector identifies massive horizontal cracks in a basement wall, significant bowing of the foundation or floors that slope dramatically from one side of the house to the other, it sends an immediate alarm to the buyers. Foundation issues are notoriously unpredictable and incredibly expensive to fix, often requiring specialized structural engineers, massive hydraulic piers, or extensive excavation work that can easily run into the tens of thousands of dollars. Now, beyond the astronomical costs, foundation problems introduce a massive amount of fear regarding future stability. Buyers worry that even if they patch the current issue, the house will continue to shift. That's leading them to thinking that there's going to be cracked drywall, jammed doors, and broken plumbing lines down the road, which are extra money. Now, excessive mold growth in unventilated attics and crawl spaces trigger immediate safe and health concerns. That's the second major issue that we're going to be talking about. This issue causes buyers to immediately walk away because it's toxic mold or extensive active moisture intrusion. This is both a financial headache and a severe health hazard. If an inspector climbs into the attic and discovers that poor ventilation or an undetected roof leak has caused a blanket of black mold to colonize the wood rafters and insulation, it is an automatic red flag. The word mold has a massive psychological impact on buyers, particularly those with young children or have respiratory conditions like asthma. Mold remediation requires highly specialized, certified professionals who must completely seal off parts of the house, rip out damaged materials, and scrub the air filtration systems. If the seller is uncooperative or if the source of the water damage is difficult to pinpoint, most buyers will simply just choose to protect their family's health and walk away, rather than take on an ongoing environmental catastrophe. Now, when you hear about things like that, it's called microbial growth. You won't call it mold. Now, the next deal breaker that we're going to be talking about is pure safety and fire hazard. If you are looking at an older home built between the 1950s and the 1970s, an inspector will closely examine the main breaker panel. If they find outdated aluminum branch wiring, which is highly prone to overheating and causing house fires, or a depreciated hazard electrical panel brand known for failing to trip during power surges, the report will flag it as an immediate hazard. Even worse, many insurance companies will completely refuse to write a homeowner's insurance policy for a property that features known fire hazards. Because a buyer cannot secure a mortgage without valid home insurance policies, A completely outdated or dangerous electrical system can kill the loan approval entirely unless the seller agrees to spend thousands of dollars to completely rewire the house before closing. Good luck with that. Now, as a buyer, the inspection isn't about finding a reason to cancel the contract. It's about making sure that you fully understand the physical reality of the asset you are purchasing. Minor flaws can be fixed or negotiated, but when it comes to foundation structural integrity, health hazards like toxic mold or microbial growth, or immediate fire risk, you have to be willing to draw a hard line to protect your wallet and your family. Now, if you are getting ready to put an offer on a house and you want to ensure you have a top tier team of local inspectors and specialists who will dig deep into the bones of the property to protect your investment, reach out to me today and let's make sure that your next purchase is entirely safe and secure.